So lately I saw my Tokyo Revengers Mikey analysis video hit over 1,000 views, which is a big milestone for me currently. And also thank you everyone who watched that video and supported it. And because of how well that video did, I was thinking why not do a video similar covering another one of my favorite characters in anime. And that character I'll be covering today is Sinbad from Magi. I am Tiago with Attack on Tiago, and for today's video, I'll be going over Sinbad and why he's not only one of my favorite characters, but why I think many will find him very intriguing as well. If you're new to the channel, and if you haven't already, please be sure to hit that subscribe button to be notified when I next upload a video. So before I begin my analysis on this character, I'll give a short synopsis on Magi. Magi depicts a fantastic middle-aged world where slavery is common and people are born to live and die on unequal footing. Suddenly, mysterious tall towers appear in the world called dungeons. Any person who's able to conquer a dungeon gets to wield a djinn, a powerful spirit, as well as becoming very wealthy. The story mainly follows Ali Baba, who has conquered a dungeon, and his Magi named Aladdin. But those characters aren't the one we're focusing on today. Today is all about Sinbad. Sinbad is the king of his own nation named Sindria, and also leader of the Seven Seas Alliance, an alliance formed by 7 powerful nations, each with their own djinn. But he didn't always start out that way. Sinbad was born a commoner, and his father was a former soldier in the army who deserted a mission, where everyone but him had died. It was when Sinbad grew up though, when he made a name for himself. You see, Sinbad is a dungeon capturer, and captured his first dungeon when he was 14 years old. In fact, he has captured 7 dungeons now, thus having 7 djinns to equip, making him one of the most powerful and influential people in the entire series. He became so powerful that he was forbidden from entering any more dungeons. He was also chosen to be a king's candidate, which could lead him to being a king of the New World and unifying the nations. Now, as you can tell, there's a lot going on with Sinbad's character, and there's obviously so much more I can give on his background, but then I could ramble on for about an hour. But one of the most intriguing parts of his character is his duality of floating between a possible hero or a possible villain. And for anyone who's seen the series may be confused by that statement, how can Sinbad be a villain? And well, I'm about to explain. So Sinbad's goal is to be king of the New World, since he believes that not only his philosophy is correct, but since he's so powerful, he can protect everyone, and everyone should be able to rely on only him. Which is why he conquered so many dungeons, so he can accumulate the power to make the world a better place. But eventually, Sinbad has a thirst for power, and he believes that people can only be saved as long as they follow him and his laws, which goes against the philosophy of Aladdin and the previous king candidate Solomon, who believes everyone should be able to shape their own destiny. This in turn results in Sinbad trying to crush those that oppose him, which is a change of character than how he was earlier on in the series. It's a classic argument of my way is right compared to all ways or multiple ways are right. And an example of this is something that occurs within his own kingdom. One of his djinns gives him the power to see and spy on everything going on in his kingdom and slightly outside. Now, his mindset is to be able to protect everyone from danger and ridicule crime and slavery. But to anyone else hearing this, could hear it as a major infraction on one's own rights and privacy. Also, obviously we see the perspective of Aladdin and Ali Baba through the story, who view Sinbad as a potential ally. But what if we view the perspective of a neighboring nation? We see a power-hungry ruler with the most power in the entire series, who is a king's candidate and is able to spy on others. That sounds like a dictator if you ask me. Now granted, Sinbad's intentions aren't evil, but does it really make him a hero? I'm not so sure. But it's not like Sinbad hasn't shown signs of being good either. He supports Aladdin and Ali Baba and doesn't want to make them a possible enemy, even going as far as to having 2 of his generals train them in fighting and magic. He also is in direct opposition with the series' antagonist group, Al-Thamin. So much so that he showed up to put a stop to Al-Thamin in the city of Magno Shatad when many of the other characters have failed. But he also doesn't mind using them and allying with them if he thinks it could be an advantage. And he has also freed many slaves and is all for helping out the commoners since he was one when he was younger. And that's why I find him so interesting. It's not just his charisma, where every time he's on screen or panel he steals the show, or his badassery and fighting prowess with some of the best action moments in the entire series, but the fact that his character raises so many questions about if he truly is a hero or a villain. Well everyone, that is it for the video. I highly recommend watching or reading Magi at some point, as it's now fairly underlooked nowadays. And if you like the series a lot and love Sinbad then as a character, there is a spin-off series called Adventures of Sinbad, which focuses entirely on him. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really means a lot to me. I am Tiago with Attack on Tiago, and I hope you all have a nice day.